The CDS of the Gambia National Army tour of the military installation meeting with the troops of the Union Barracks. The CDS later met the elders of the community and the National Assembly members for Busumbala with some senior officers.
CDS, I want to assure you and to tell you, try to work closely with the National Assembly. Ntol ma long altolo nyanta kan tolondalla. Lafta e ke barin talon na nyanta minikala. Ni man na behind the scene and talk to us. Sometimes ni nara on the table mbuka along nga kuo dol balandi mbuk akakem fele. I could give an example. Kabirin Tolnata, as young politicians, former regime, what did we do? We cut all your budget allocations. But we didn't know. Kabirin Tala 1, 2, 3 years, and I realized we cut wrong things. Because we are calling for democracy, we need to empower you people. But we are trying to revise. So when a CDS like National Assembly to come behind the scene to talk to us has given us more lightning. That Ndoloko, we shouldn't play with the security men, security officers, both police and every kind. CDS, we have seen money somewhere. We have seen money somewhere. Ning atram ale dunokije. Masakunda tanolo node. But korobe dulato. Mi alon kom basic of nonyola. We change. Now start from your head office, headquarters and defense headquarters to come to your community barracks. And ila border post. Ila border post in Kalaji, Dasilame, Katong, Block, Sibanor, up to Kanilai. We went up to all those places. Ngajelela men be sacrifice like Kanje, especially Dasilame. Especially Dasilame. Those people are just been sacrificed. When I went there. Itara Kampo Kono, no light. Itara Kampo Kono, no fence. Serious, I want us to work together to make sure that we change the life of your men at those places. So serious, I thank you very much. And then as a sitting National Assembly member of Busumbala constituency, I welcome you to your own barracks. But the barracks is in my constituency. I welcome you to tell you that I have a very good relationship with your men and your camp, and I want that to continue. Silo Bodan Temale, Nteninga sort of fun. If I can have, I will call for a constitutional amendment. Instead of calling armed forces, we call armed service provider. No, Nico force, but your men here are service provider to my community. They provide service. All service that they have been providing to us. So they are constitutional falling, but in reality, your men are service provider to my constituency. So on that note, I thank them very well.
Kosnaji do kubal bulule ale obe bulaje kanaja bari se kuma kilim fale kabrinte sita as a CDS confirm ko even one day ambe wole kelaje. I want to bring a change in the military. Ko sojar kunda moti kufola nyaba sojar kunda kunu nyajele. I was an officer during Jawarala Jamano. The Jamila Jamano, I was an officer. Before I'm an officer. Sama membina mo malong. Or kuoku ni baka. Imira ko sama abibanale. And how do you want to be judged? In other words, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? How do you want to be remembered? And remember in life, kuoku yemen care. If you do the right thing, okay, bulai normally. If you do the wrong thing, ofananke bulai normally. When they say memu fo mole, nte mansula fenna, ne ala tentule. Be gamira menna whether ala, mbela free menna for the armed forces, whether I'll say Marco in a way keno. That is my preoccupation. Nte nene mon palaso nyini. Wallahi nene manyini and nene ta nyini lafana. Alay momentum binin kabule normal. Whether you sino me sino wallahi alay momentum binin kabule normal. Because kuoku neja bekela, alala kerola. What is my wish and what is my desire for the armed forces? Alamuna said already. How do I move the armed forces to the next level? Nadia Kabrin Sidan in Santemo, it's like from one engagement to another engagement. One engagement to another engagement. Muna Osabu, I want to change the face of the armed forces. Follow, what is my aspiration? I want the armed forces here as the people's armed forces. An armed forces me alonko mole hanyitela. An armed forces that is at the service of the every Gambians. Kujama ketale in the past. But this is meant for more. In most families, you have a black sheep. In some family, you have a son, perhaps. Many idea ni mola idea man killing. Our behavior or actions is not consistent with the actions or the thinking of the family. Nico, because of that son, you want to punish the whole family. Is that justice? So at some stage, in most families you have a black sheep. All we can say is the past is the past. And we want to take the responsibility because ila dimbal, no matter what, you have to say yes, not dimbal. What is more important is how do we move forward? And I can assure you, we want to move forward. And we want to make sure that Gambians, we treat them with utmost respect and dignity. And in turn, Gambians can embrace the armed forces in a similar light.
Yes.
But allow me to say Allah Baraka.
Thank you.
The armed forces Bemenka Mol Malo. And the kind of sacrifices we are making Mol Malo. Yes, what is the preoccupation? Downsize the military. But we are not against downsizing the military. But under my watch, how do we go about doing it? I've asked the National Assembly member, those people men along they're advocating the World Bank, EU, and coming for it all the time. And I want to say it openly. You cannot sacrifice peace and security at the expense of affordability. I want to say that. You cannot sacrifice peace and security of this country at the expense of affordability. Today, you know very well, we deploy all along the borders, the southern borders. Today, if the armed forces, the strength is caught, those borders, we are going to compromise them because we may not have the manpower to man there. I want to be very clear. It is easier said than done. That's what I told the National Assembly. Yes, CAFO is very easy. But how do we go about it? Niajibe today, the men, I want to be honest with you. The armed forces, they make a lot of sacrifices. They'll be jailed 3 months, ibukela family. Why? Prubankola tanko. They are deployed along the borderlines. Mbela no in the past menkake. The rebels, they come into the Gambian side, cause havoc. Kawandi Feolta, Ninsolu, properties, Kesamba. But since we deployed the Asai Bukana, it's because of Bankola Tanko. Ibajela Sama, the advocacy called the strength, New Wokera, those areas are going to be empty. Because we may not have the manpower to man there. Perhaps I want to make that point clear. Right? The armed forces, we want to be the people's armed forces.
After the CDS meeting with the elders of the community, the CDS gave the National Court of Arms of the Gambia to the National Assembly member as a present, and in return, the National Assembly member gave some bag of sugar plus some money to the troops at the union for their morning tea.
If they want attire, let them not struggle for sugar. If they want tea, let them not struggle for that.
Under my watchful eyes, we want to rebrand the armed forces. We want to give it a new dimension. We want to be embraced by every Gambians. We want to be at their service. We are saying the past is the past. Let's turn new pages. Let's not be belabored by the past. That's the thinking within the military. And I want to believe we're sincere and we're very genuine in pursuing that path. And I can assure you, our aim and aspiration is for us to be considered as the people's armed forces. That's the aim. And I want to believe with these fine men and women, with the commitment on individuals and team, I am very optimistic that we shall achieve that in the next few months to come. Thank you.